about. Make it look good.
Okay. Okay. That sounds easy when you say it like that.
I know. It does sound easy. Good luck.
All right. We'll let you know.
We're at a new project today, and this is our last little side job before we get into our main big project that we're gonna start, I think, next week. We're at a house that we built a few years ago, beautiful house right near Fontana Lake, and they have this big, beautiful deck, but it needs covered. It's too hot out here, and also this patio door leaks around the bottom. They said their dogs have kind of chewed the gaskets. They're tired of water getting in, so we've come out and we're gonna cover this porch.
I got nothing to say. I guess you said it all. I mean, I thought I was going to have a spot to say something, but
Sorry.
Don't worry. I'll think of something.
First step is we got to disassemble this railing. We're going to put full height posts where these are and hopefully reuse these sections. These panels look nice.
I'm really hoping we can take these out in just one section. There's some toe screws on the outside. We did try to.
There may be some in this under the cap.
There are sort of like a pocket screw underneath, mostly hidden type fastening. Is what it was.
Oh, I see one there.
And these
I'd
are
say
all
just
in
take all the screws out you can find and see what it feels like. Oh my gosh. I feel like this is how you'd break out of jail with the drill right here.
You'd reach your arms through.
I'm waiting for someone to drop the key down.
I'm thinking we got to restain these before we put them up again.
No, then they won't match the rest of them.
Well, then we got to restain all of them.
Oh, man.
Dude, shut up.
You're turning this into a major job.
Yeah, you need to zip it. We're doing what the man told us to do, is build him a roof. That's it. Joe just shot me a text, said don't worry about staining nothing. Everything looks great. So you just don't worry about it, all right?
All right, let's talk design really quick. We had a meeting out here to discuss the ideas for the design. We're gonna go with a single pitch shed roof, which is a low pitch, actually, only a 1 in 12, which is very low. There are some special codes about roof pitches below 212, so we'll talk about that later. The other option would be a giant A-frame that would come in just underneath the other roof in between the window and the soffit. We talked about that pretty seriously until I started adding up all the cost of all the big framing, big spans, probably some tension cables, and the size post that we'd have to do would be like 8x8s to get up to his giant ridge beam.
Oh, I
don't know how we're gonna get that. And not only that, going down, we would have to actually upgrade the 6x6 post to 8x8 posts. And not only that,
Oh my gosh.
but the post location didn't work out well with the existing locations, and they have this beautiful boulder wall built underneath here. We would literally have to dig all that and remove all
this
the boulders.
isn't centered. In the
Right.
It's like
Yeah, the ridge post will be right here. There's not an existing
right on
post.
Jono.
So it was gonna be like so much more expense and just a massive structure. We'd be bringing in scaffold in here to do stupid stuff. We would have done it though if they wanted that. But I'm really glad that we decided to go with the design that we're using, which is much easier to build, probably half the cost, I would say.
Hey, should we label these before we just
Yeah,
start
that's
stacking
actually
them?
a great idea.
Because I can guarantee you that those posts are not all the same dimension apart, since I know you built this thing. So. All right, one.
No, right there. No.
We're going to restain them anyways. You already
I'd
said
put it
that.
on the
Aaron's saying
end just
them.
in case. Come on, guy. Jason was writing the numbers on the post too, but I just had
Well,
to
I
remind him
figured-
we're taking the post out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
There you go.
That was stupid.
We can't get this post up very easily, and we're trying not to break this decking around it. So Jamie's gonna make a big lever here.
Go ahead.
We're gonna try. All right, give that a.
All right, hold on to her.
Yep, give that a try. Oh yeah.
There.
Okay.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
Oh, there is a screw
So there
there
was
for-
one screw.
Yeah.
One screw, Jono.
Oh my gosh! It's just. Broke the board. It totally broke our board. Screws still look good.
Our 6x6 railing posts were notched with a half lap right here that attached to the girder for the purpose of giving it lateral strength in and out, right? Now, we don't need that because this is going to be connected to the roof, which will be connected to the house. What we do need though is resistance to uplift, because this roof is going to be something that can catch wind, and in order to resist the uplift, we're going to use a metal post base, and we're going to screw it straight down in with some big lags and then screw through the side in these holes here. Now we could have done the same type of half lap joint with a taller post, but I only have 8-foot posts and I don't have another 6 inches to give to drop it back down in there. And this bracket will do just the exact same thing.
All right, we've got the railing and all the posts finally taken out here, so we're ready to start sticking these full-length posts back in. We're screwing these post brackets down with exterior GRK screws, 4-inch, and Jamie added a couple extra screw holes just for good measure. So I think that's gonna work pretty nice. So these are 8-foot posts. They're not all exactly the same length though, but we just need to make sure from the bottom up to the notch where the girder is gonna set is all the same, unless when we shoot right now with the laser, we find out that the deck is up and down a little bit where these are gonna go, and then we'll adjust accordingly. Jamie was 100% sure that these posts would have the rounded corners on them.
Yeah.
100, he was like, no, don't even put the router in the truck. They don't.
They do not.
We've got our little Bosch line laser here set on the deck, and we're just gonna stick our tape at each one of these bases and just check the height and see if they're varying by any amount here. 1/8. So it turns out this post base was 1/4 of an inch higher than that one and that one, which would cause like a hump in our girder. So we're gonna cut that post 1/4 inch shorter than the rest of them. Jamie's FaceTiming the owners here, and he's like already saying terrible jokes.
Eric is making fun of me right now. So,
This is our girder material, 2x10 Southern Yellow Pine, and Jamie did the code book stuff, and it needs a triple girder. But we're just gonna cut 2 of those plies into this post so that there's more of the post remaining to fasten to, and then add the 3rd layer on the inside. It doesn't need more bearing, basically.
No.
The bearing's plenty. It just needs more of the stiffness from the 3rd ply.
yes, and really the only 2-member girder would have probably done the trick, but I'm just adding the 3rd just to be safe.
Your saw sounds dead.
Ain't my saw, bro. It is dead.
I knew it. Oh, look at that little tiny battery.
It's Jamie's.
Jason.
Well, that's dead too.
Faces, right?
What do you think?
Look good.
This was one of the houses where they actually kind of let us go nuts and do some cool custom things. One of the really cool things was this built-in right at the entry that Jamie built in the shop and then installed. Looks really cool. And then I think we made all of these doors in the shop.
Yeah.
And they weigh like probably 100 pounds each.
Yeah, they're solid maple.
Solid hard maple. And it's a bunch of stuff in here. We did all kinds of cool stuff. We built these baskets out of pallet wood.
Oh yeah.
I can't even remember.
Oh man, yeah. So this sink right here came from who knows where.
Yeah.
And these are all the pallets that oh, I made that too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And these are all locust trees that we cut down. I think even a couple of these were a tree like right there. So we cut them down. We shaved the bark off with all kinds of different techniques. And then we cut them and saddled it in here.
Eric,
What is
my
it?
pry bar. The day that we cut one of these trees, I needed to strip the bark off. And I actually sharpened my, what is this thing, a super
It's a
bar?
pry bar, yeah.
And I used it as a knife to shave all the bark off.
I can't believe you actually had that.
I still
in your
have it.
truck.
I actually had to dull it out a little bit on purpose because I haven't used it for shaving tree bark in a while.
Dude, Ray is sweating right
Dude, after doing that, 3 of them.
All right, I'm double checking to make sure all these posts got the appropriate amount of fasteners holding the base plate down to the framing. Because once we put a post on there,
We're sticking these posts in here, and I don't even know if we're gonna have to brace them for now. The way these brackets kind of sandwich it with these fasteners, they're pretty stout. Ooh, can you spray? No, I got it. Okay. I'm just gonna hold it if you want to eyeball center. So one thing we are doing is we're plumbing the post before we stick these screws in, because it's just gonna fix it wherever it is once these are run in. And we'll probably replace those with some black fasteners as well. That's got to go way out. You want to?
Oh gosh, I don't know if we're gonna be able to go.
Yeah. Hey Ray.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to do the outside first because it's gonna have to lift the inside just a little. Oh yeah. Now that we have these posts in, they're reinstalling the rail sections just for safety and so we don't get them damaged or mixed up, and then we'll hit the girder. How are they fitting?
So far, so good.
Today's video is brought to you by Holzkern, and they offer fashion pieces and jewelry for men and women. They're a small business out of Austria, and yes, that is where Arnold Schwarzenegger is from. And I've got several of their pieces that I love to wear out. And even the name actually is really cool. Holzkern means wood core in German. Pretty cool. What I really love is all their pieces include natural materials, so they're all unique. I'm wearing their fall morning watch. It's got cobalt blue accents over zebra wood and whinge. This thing looks amazing. It really pops. It's also lightweight and very comfortable, and it was easy for me to adjust to where it fit me just right. Ray has also been looking super stylish in his Holzkern walnut extrovert sunglasses. He looks amazing anyway, but with these glasses on, totally killing it. And this bracelet has beads made out of tiger's eye and lava, which is awesome to think about, these pieces of rock flying out of the earth into the air, and now they're on my wrist. Really cool. I also have a numerary ring that's made out of maple and gold, and the maple is stained like a dark charcoal color, but you can still see the grain when you look close. And my wife has some beautiful turquoise and gold matching earrings and necklace that she wears when we go out on dates. She looks amazing, and the craftsmanship of all this stuff is perfection. So if you're looking for an awesome, unique set of sunglasses, watch, jewelry piece for yourself, or as a gift for someone else, I would really recommend them. You can use discount code Perkins to get 15% off site-wide. And they have free express shipping worldwide. There's a link down in our video description below the video. Make sure to check them out. And thank you guys for sponsoring our video. Let's get back to work. Hey, do you remember how to turn the water on in here?
What?
No, you didn't.
Put one in the upper deck.
No, I don't.
We better figure it out.
Oh, no.
So we're just installing one ply at a time so we can fasten through the back into the post on that one ply, and then we'll add the second ply to that. Both these sides are not braced, and this section's leaning this way. This section's leaning this way a little bit. So Jamie cut this middle piece a little over length. I think he's just gonna cut some bevels on each end, and we're just gonna just screw it in and hopefully spread the two sides back plumb. Looking good.
So what is the third one actually do?
It adds stiffness to the beam, is it? But the beam has plenty of bearing with just the two. But if we were to notch out that much of the post, see, there'd only be like an inch of this post sticking up left, and you couldn't really fasten to that, or it wouldn't do much. Can you even see that?
Barely.
It's like writing black on black.
The girder on that side is our given point. It's 8 feet high. Now this side, we can adjust a little bit, but we want the roof pitch to be as steep as possible, even though it's gonna be super low. I'd like our flashing to tuck under this ripped row of siding because I don't wanna get flashing up into the window trim. And I'm basically working in reverse. I want a gap for the flashing to go vertical and then kick out on the standing seam, 1 inch for the height of the standing seam, 3/4 for the furring strip, 1/2 inch for the zip roofing, and then 9 1/4 down, which is way down here. And that right there is gonna be where it goes.
So let's stick a rafter from there to the beam and see if it's pitched.
I was hoping for a 1 in 12 pitch, although my research into some of the standing seam roofing is that it can go as low as 1/2 of an inch per 12 pitch, or even 1/4. But I don't want to go that low. I really don't.
Well, if this thing's running uphill, we'll know to do something different.
We'll just put the gutter on this side. It's no big deal. Now that end will drop when we cut a bird's mouth. but by the smallest amount. At this point, you know, it's not something we need to consider so much.
And we do have the option to even drop and let only a 2x6 tail run across the top of the girder if we needed to. We're just kicking around ideas.
It's 3 degrees
All right,
down there.
do you have your glasses on?
Yeah, it's 3 degrees down there.
All right, so that's...
5 degrees is a 1 in 12.
We're ready to attach a band board to the wall now that's going to receive all these rafters as they butt in. And we've chosen not to take the siding off. We could like cut the siding out and recess this in and flash it and caulk it. But in my opinion, that would be just inviting water to come in when we don't really have to do that. We can screw this right over the top of the siding with huge lags, and that little bit of gap on the lap siding is not going to matter with that big lags.
Run a screw in where we think it is. We don't know which side layout came from in the framing,
Right.
but we can mark it and hit it one side, and if it's not there, then pull from the other side. It's got to be it. Let's talk a little bit about the layout. We're going 16 on center with these 2x10 spruce rafters. Now I chose spruce 2x10s because they're lighter and easier to handle, although they are not as strong as southern yellow pine, which is kind of our typical framing member here for a rafter. On a super low pitch like this, a 1 in 12, the snow load potential is a real risk and a danger to the roof because the snow will not slide off very quickly. If there was a heavy snow, all that weight is going to be put on the roof. There are different values for how much snow load you account for, anywhere from 20 pounds per square foot up to 50 pounds per square foot in the code book. So I went on the heavier side to the 50 just because I wasn't really sure what our snow load is in this area.
It's usually like the 20.
Okay, so I'm you know, trying to be safe and overbuild it by a little bit, just like I would do if it was my own house. That's kind of what I like to do. So we're gonna go 16 on center, 2x10s, 14-foot span, and it should be the highest rating that the code book allows.
It's basically a floor. We're
Yeah.
building a floor for
Yes.
a roof.
Yes, yes. So it should be strong.
Yeah, I think the Metabo just died on...
Battery or
I think it's the drill because the battery says it's good.
Man.
And it's doing nothing.
One per joint there?
yeah.
Oh, what am I gonna do?
We'll hit some little,
I don't even have another drill.
have
I got Jono's drill.
I got a
That'll hold it. Holy cow. Do you already give this thing a couple whacks? Yeah.
End of an era.
Oh, man.
It's broken, really?
It's nothing. Look, it's got battery. It's weird. It's not like it started to die. It just did. You got a spare drill, though? Seriously?
You know what's funny is the drill I have is the one that used to be yours that you gave me.
Don't say that.
Still works.
It's got my name on it though.
Oh. We're gonna check, see if both ends measure the same from the house to the beam. 165 3/4.
That's pretty good.
That was 165 and a half.
So we go 5/8.
Jamie's hooking on the point here and measuring diagonally across to the point that we actually measured to out there on the beam. And that's a little confusing to measure diagonally across a rafter like that, but that's how we measured for it. So as long as you do it in the same way for the cut, then it's gonna come out right.
Check out the business end of the tape here. I'm gonna do a little sweep.
Cut.
All right, 165 5/8. I'm gonna take my pencil and make an arc, okay? That's the outside of our beam, right? And we're gonna have a 5.5 inch rafter tail. That's part of the equation, right?
Yep.
Okay, so at a 112, I'm like just under 5. It's 4.5. 4.5 degrees off of 90.
Now from our outside of beam measurement, Jamie measured over 4.5 at the roof pitch, which is barely any pitch at all. And this bit will go on the inside of the beam, dropping our whole rafter to give ourselves that 112 pitch. And that will sit on top of the rafter, if I'm correct, or on top of the beam, if I'm
Yes.
correct.
All right, our girder is 3 things right there.
Yeah. So let's cut that, check it, and use it as a pattern so we don't have to bear through that again.
That was a little tricky.
Jono's rewaffling his titanium hammer face here with a steel hammer. Is it working? Yeah, it's pretty gritty. That really worked.
It does.
You might want to wear glasses. I would suggest wearing glasses.
We went ahead and put a rafter at about each post to make sure that that's all stabilized and braced back to the house. Now we're going to go back between and fill the field in. It's going to be a lot of them, 16 on center, which is the same as a floor, so we're going to be cutting for a while.
We'll let you know.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
really appreciate it.
Yep,
Okay.
thanks. I'll call you soon.
All right, bye, guys.
Jamie just got off a Zoom call with the homeowner. We may have just changed the plan slightly. We don't have to undo anything except one board
All right.
at this point.
If I can say as few words as possible, we're trying to virtually raise the height of the ceiling or the feel of how low it is. And by putting a finished material on top of these rafters instead of on the bottom, we'll gain that 10 inches of virtual ceiling height, which I think will make it feel more spacious.
I think it will.
In order to make it feel as nice as possible, we're going to take our 16-inch on center spacing and actually slam every other rafter over to the next one, making it a 32-inch on
Double
center.
them up.
And so we're using the exact same amount of framing, giving the exact same amount of strength. It's just that we're combining them into bigger beams instead of distributing them more. And
I think that's going to look way better.
we'll need to find a ceiling material that can go on top. And actually, we
I always
just
like to catch Jono's face right when we tell him the plan that he didn't know.
we just happen to already kind of have this established pretty well.
Yeah.
Right here. This section is good. We don't have to touch it.
Yeah, that's what it'll look like, except to be double.
Yep.
Perfect. Are you good to find your way out of here?
No, look at even if I put Siri, give me directions. It has me starting out on 19. It's not even giving me anywhere near where I'm at.
You're completely...
What in the world?
At least you got plenty of gas.
I don't have any gas, bro. Why doesn't it give you directions out of here? Because this is crazy.
Because Google Maps isn't allowed back behind that gate. Did you not see that thing?
It's double gate.
Hey, we got to give it to Joe and Nana here for having their vacation home ready for a vacation at any holiday, okay? So we got Christmas, we got Thanksgiving, we got Easter,
More Christmas.
more Christmas,
Christmas.
we got fall,
4th of July.
4th of July, there and there. Say St. Patty's, where was St. Patty's?
St. Patty's, this little
Okay,
tap.
St. Patty's, yep. Did you get Easter? Yeah, I got Easter. I think that's it. They're pretty much ready for any major holiday when they come on vacation here, which is awesome. Because I hate decorating and taking down decorations, so I'm gonna be pushing for this in my house. There's more Christmas.
They got it's in every room.
There you go. I mean, this is brilliant. Why have we not thought of this before?
I mean, seriously. Oh, you come for Christmas? Just look east. You come in for Thanksgiving? Look west.
Okay, so Jason didn't realize how far it was down in here, and he's just called me a second ago and said he is dead and out of gas. Are you seriously out of gas?
I'm seriously out of gas.
I gotta get to soccer, but I can take you to the gas station.
That ain't gonna do me any good. And I gotta call Rowan. I ain't gonna make it there by 5:30.
I gotta give Jason credit though, his gas gauge does not work.
It's broken.
So-
I knew it was low, but then it just came on and it's, I don't know, it's, I don't know.
I got a buckle. There we go. All right.
Hey Siri, call Ray Jones.
Calling Ray Jones.
Everything was going so good.
Yo.
Hey, don't hit my truck when you come around the corner because I ran out of gas.
No, you did.
100%. I'm in Eric's car right now going to the gas station to get gas.
All right, I will be sure to hit it.
All right, boss. Oh my gosh. How far am I?
We're almost out. We're almost out of here.
We are?
Yeah, I mean, we got like a couple minutes to go.
Son of a biscuit.
This is like a video game through here, isn't it?
Yeah? Put two hands on the wheel.
You got him from here?
I guess.
We'll see you tomorrow,
Most
hopefully.
unprepared dad right there.